from the Cabinet Secretary on addressing the real issues when every time he comes to this chamber, rather than setting out his own plans for Scottish farmers, he simply seeks to air his tired old grievances about the UK government. And let's be clear, if we're going to talk about low-standard produce, the only thing that Scottish farmers have to fear is this suboptimal chicken that's sitting in the Cabinet Secretary's chair that refuses to take the big decisions that allow our farmers to take advantage, that allow our farmers to take advantage of the opportunities that...
Order.
Thank you, Presiding.
I'm sorry. The member made a metaphor, not a personal insult in this case. Mr. Mundell.
I thank...
Thanks, Mr. Swinney. Your comments are noted, Mr. Swinney. Thank you very much. Mr. Mundell.
I thank the Presiding Officer for that ruling, and I'll get back to the substance of the amendment. What I enjoy, Presiding Officer, is that the SNP always shout from their seats when they're unhappy. But again, when it comes to standing up and saying something positive about farming, they're left wanting. Now, this amendment is important because it again makes the case for continuing frictionless trade between Scotland and our most important market. Farmers will see past the politicised nonsense and recognise that being able to sell their own produce at market is the most important thing.
Thank you very much. Now, I recognise the argument is quite heated. Let's not get overly personal. That was borderline, but it was just part of the debate. There are already... If Mr. Swinney had been present throughout the rest of the debate... Swinney, yes.
Presiding Officer, I don't regularly raise points of order, but I do think that the comment that Mr. Mundell made was inappropriate in a parliamentary context. And I look to you, Presiding Officer, to establish what is acceptable and what is unacceptable, because I fear, as a long-serving member in this institution, that that type of comment is well below what is acceptable comment and leads to a lowering of standards within the National Parliament of Scotland.
Thank you. Can I just suggest that I am acutely aware of comments that fly back and forward across this chamber, and I listen out for them all the time. When arguments are heated, and today has actually been quite a passionate debate, but for the most part, good-natured and good-humoured, for the most part, then there is some leeway. Can I suggest that Mr. Mundell's remark was not anything like as personal as some of the remarks that are exchanged, including at First Minister's questions? And I try to let debate go on as much as possible. I recognise that members are passionate about what they believe. Occasionally, they overstate their case, but I allow that because I allow them to be passionate, and I think it's a good thing. In this case, it was borderline. I'm accepting that, but I thought that in the nature of the debate, it was acceptable.